Hello and welcome to India Today. I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
And this is Maruti Acharya, and we just completed watching NEEK, Nilavuku Mel Ennadi Kobam, written and directed by Dhanush. Before getting into the review, Sanjay, your one line about the movie.
This film is a very cheesy entertainer, high school musical,
Yeah.
Archie's kind of film. So when you tell that this is that kind of film, you are supposed to know what to expect from it and what not to expect from it. So that is the point. Don't just go by the trailer. This is a high school musical film.
Yeah, my one liner would be this is Dhanush's La La Land with a very Indian kind of tropes.
La La Land.
La La Land. Like we have seen the classic trope of Ranbir Kapoor being the one in ex-girlfriend's wedding, or you know, that one-sided lover and all of that. All those are very Indian tropes, okay?
Yeah.
So going to girlfriend's wedding and all of that. So a La La Land of Dhanush with those kind of tropes is my one-liner. I am telling you, there are two ways of it. If you are somebody who likes this kind of genre, these kind of movies, you will have fun. But if you are somebody that this is not your game, you might have a tough time watching the movie. NEEK, NEEK, Nilavuku Mel Ennadi Kobam is the new movie starring Pavish, Prakash Warrior, Anikha, Matthew Thomas, and Sharat Kumar also, yes. And the movie is directed by Dhanush, music by G.V. Prakash. Let's get into the details. This movie, for me especially, barring some here and there sequences which were very, very slow, it was like that ride on a beach road when it is raining. You're just going, it's aimless, it's just the feeling of it. You're not going with the story, it's just a feeling of going somewhere, having a budgie, doing random things. You know, it's just random movements accumulated on a very breezy kind of ride. Okay, if you go and think about what have you done, what is this, what is that, it is shallow for sure. But the emotion of that ride is the hook of the movie. So NEEK is something like that for me.
I feel like this is Dhanush's experiment at trying a young age love story,
Correct.
a new age modern day love story. I don't know, it seems like that, although it has some tropes of, you know, wanting to marry each other while they are doing their first year in bachelors and all of that, but it seems like this is an experimental film and Dhanush wanted to explore the waters of how much he understands, you know, modern love, new age love, what
Correct.
is the passion, how the market will respond to it. I feel like this is an experimental film. Given, and as you said, this is a breezy ride. Like I said, again, how you watch a high school musical and all of it. Just sit back, relax, enjoy whatever is happening on screen. And another thing, I still feel like if Dhanush had just shaved and did the main role, this film would have been much better. Performances wise, it wasn't up to the mark. But yeah, it needed at least one strong performer. I feel like even Matthew Thomas, given the way technically the film didn't really invest a lot, you know, to try to bring out that shot, being efficient with the editing and all of it. I feel like even Matthew Thomas didn't get that high with the final product. Although the character written for him and all of that is really good, like really good.
Yeah.
But technically it didn't get that high. So it seems like not a lot of attention was paid for the post-production. I would have enjoyed this film a lot more if it was Dhanush.
This movie is not just a risky attempt, not just in terms of the subject, but also in the format and the style of presentation that Dhanush has chosen, because it has a very old template, like, you know, any musical kind of love story drama that we actually are missing on big screen. But also there are some other elements also, some choices that he has taken which are very bold, I must say. So the blend of all of it was not up to the mark. It was nice. It is just there.
Again, second half is much better than the first half.
Definitely.
Second half, more jokes were landing, more things were happening, more emotions were there. It had some elements in the second half. The first half, it felt like was a little bland for especially with chefs taking the main role over here.
Yeah, bland and simple. There's not a lot happening, but it was happening for a long time.
So again, I just want Dhanush to get that mojo, because I remember even with Ryan while we were speaking, while it was an experience and practically speaking a much better film than this. It felt like even there Dhanush has some things that he still needs to get comfortable with and all of it. So even here it feels like there are elements where, you know, Dhanush as a screenwriter and as a writer and as a director has to make some tough choices And again, with the choice of performers, I feel debutants, yes, but I still feel like there are enough and more artists, waiting for the chances. So I feel like better training was needed for the actors in the film,
Definitely agreed.
because there were a lot. You can see one prime reason why I felt like Dhanush would kill this role is because there were so many lines written, so
Yeah,
many
that would land.
punches, so many comedic lines that Dhanush would just land so
Yeah.
easily, so effortlessly. The simple expressions,
Correct.
that itself he would land. The reactions, all of that were missing in this film, and
Yeah.
that was much needed for this film to click, because I feel like it was banking on that more than the story and all
Correct.
of it. It was a very simple one-liner story.
Yeah.
So all of those things were there in the script but didn't really come out in the final product.
So on a closing note, what I would say is it is definitely a mixed bag. The reason why it is so overwhelming is because it has a lot of potential in terms of mounting and experiment and all of that. But it is not up to the mark, but it is still a fun, breezy, enjoyable ride.
Just hoping for a better next one. That is all I would like to say for this one. This one is definitely something that you shouldn't put your head into it if you just
Yeah.
like all the mushy love story, young age love story.
Yeah.
Everybody probably, I'm taking a throw at the water, but if you are someone who likes all of those cheesy Korean dramas, this might be something that you will like, so go and check that out as well. I'm just suggesting based on whatever I have experienced.
Yeah, like we always tell, this is our opinion. You might have a totally different opinion, especially with these kind of movies. There'll be multiple opinions. So use the comment section below and tell what you felt about this movie. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you agree with the points that we mentioned? Or do you have a different opinion? All of it, mention that in the comments below.
With that, I am Sanjay Ponappa.
And this is Maruti Acharya, and you're watching India Today.